Good morning and welcome to today's Daily Devo. My name is Pastor Jonathan with Robertsdale UMC. Today, as we continue through our 31-day challenge, we're in Proverbs 14, day 14 of this 31 days through the 31 chapters of Proverbs. And chapter 14 has a lot of great stuff in it, a lot of themes, continuing to contrast the wise righteous with the wicked fool, and describe what that life looks like. The righteous life of wisdom looks one way and does some things, for instance, diligent work to provide good outcome. The foolish, wicked do opposite things. And it talks about all kinds of stuff in this chapter, but I want to hone in on one verse as I talk about taking your temperature. And no, I'm not talking about symptoms of the coronavirus. I'm talking about spiritual symptoms of taking one's spiritual temperature. It says, I'm reading from the New International Version, it says in Proverbs chapter 14, verse 17, "A quick-tempered man does foolish things, and a crafty man is hated." A quick-tempered man does foolish things, and a crafty man is hated. As I read through this chapter, I actually read it in several translations, and there was a Presbyterian pastor named Eugene Peterson who began translating the Bible for his congregation in Maryland, and it turned into a project of translating the entire Bible into a translation known today as the Message. And as I was reading the Message and what it said, particularly in this verse, I really loved how Eugene Peterson put the meaning of this verse in today's language. He said, "A hot-tempered man does things he will later regret, and the cold-hearted get the cold shoulder." So the hot-headed do things that we're going to regret. When we become hot-headed, we make choices that later we end up regretting. And the cold-hearted or the crafty get the cold shoulder. And so I just share this verse today as something that really stuck out to me to check the temperature of my head and my heart. Because a lot of times these temperatures end up getting backwards. We get hot-headed and cold-hearted when we should be cool-headed and warm-hearted. So what is your temperature today? What is your temperature on social media? What is your temperature as you react to things? Are you acting with wisdom? Or are you reacting in a way that's impulsive and emotional and could possibly even lead to damage? Relationships are one of the greatest things that I see in the book of Proverbs, and acting wisely and making choices that benefit relationships and lead to reconciliation instead of tearing down, to build up and to encourage. To be cautious and careful with our words and our actions. These are all themes that we find here. So that's today's message. I hope you'll join us back tonight. It is Wednesday, and so we have Bible study live tonight at 6 and worship live this Sunday at 10. There's a song linked in the video description of this video called "Here Again" by Elevation Worship, and this is a song that we're going to be doing Sunday in observance of Pentecost. So tonight's Bible study is a special one, and Sunday's worship live will be a special one because it is Pentecost. And if you wonder what in the world the word Pentecost means and what it has to do with the third person of God, the Holy Spirit, tune into Bible study tonight and worship live this Sunday. It's 50 days after Easter. Can you believe it? Actually, today is day 45 after Easter. But we'll be celebrating the coming of the Holy Spirit and why, in addition to the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus, Pentecost changes everything forever. God has done something that changes things forever. So tune in tonight and tune in Sunday. Thank you for being with us, for connecting to God and to one another in this way. This is Pastor Jonathan of Robertsdale UMC. God bless you today. Grace and peace.